Right, back gutters. The comprehensive guide and why your back gutters don't fit. Right, here's a little mock-up of a roof. So this is our layboard the back gutter sits on, this is our upstand against the chimney, and this is our roof pitch coming in. Now the problem myself and a lot of people that speak to me in comments get is when they actually make it to the layboard size, it's 155 millimeters. They usually take your measurement at batten phase. Now, by the time you've got two slates, you put your slates on, and that cuts off some of your layboard to here. So now our sole plate or layboard is 130 millimeters. If you make that at 155, it isn't going to sit in there. And that gets worse if you're using plain tiles. You're going to be over here somewhere. 110. And then obviously up to profile tiles, you can be 40 mil higher again. Bam, we're at 90 mil. But what also you have to realise is, when your tiles are on, you're also cutting this much of the roof off here as well. When I take my measurement for the back gutter, or I get my roofer to take his measurement, I ask for the length of the layboard. So you want from tile to chimney, from layboard to tile. Alright, so 90 mil that way, 90 mil that way. Make it to this size, and then when it's dropped in place, you just lightly dress everything back at an angle and just run it smoothly out to here. Obviously on a shallower pitch that can be like that sometimes, and it can cut it off altogether. Now really you need to lift your layboard up at that point and make it wider, but let's just go with the real world roofing. That's not going to happen usually. So we've got our measurement. Triangle of truth from tile to chimney, layboard to tile. Remember that. Look how much you'll be trying to squeeze in if you make it just to the felt and battens. I'm going to make a back gutter the roof has asked me for, which is a half back gutter. So we have got 100 mil, and that gives me my upstand against the chimney. We have a separate one running 100 mil off that, which is for our layboard. So we've got our upstand, our layboard, and up the roof, the end of our chimney. Once we've done that, it's triangle of truth. So we're coming down 25 mil and in 50 mil, and we're going to mark from this point to this point. So we've got our triangle of truth is here, which we measured earlier, and that's going to determine everything. We've got our layboard width, we've got our roof lap. Now we're going to mark our cut line. Cut line is going to run 90 degrees from your triangle of truth point there. Now we need our collar cut line, which we want 100 mil to wrap around the chimney breast once it's out and over. So that would be 100, 100, and that's 45 degrees across there. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this line now. Okay, so that's all the cuts you're going to need to make. There's our triangle of truth. Right here is 50 and 25. Next step, fold your chimney upstand, 100 mil chimney upstand, right the way through. Just follow that line through. Find yourself an edge. What we're going to do is we're going to line up our roof and layboard end line with the end of the bench. Pull this one out of the way a bit. And we're just going to drop that down 90 degrees. Flip her up. Now, and gently rotate that out your way. Alright, next step's to weld a piece of lead into that gap. rotate back to edge of bench again. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn the corner of the chimney that wraps around. Line lined up there, line lined up there. Now we've still got a wave in there even though we didn't set it in, but that's going to be quite easy to get out. Two ways to do this. Bash plate behind it and dress it, or we can just sit it on our bench. Okay, so remember our triangle of truth here? We went 50, 25, join the dots. We're now going to fold that line right through. Roughly where we want to be. Pulling this one out that we didn't tightly crease. Nice and easy to get the creases out of that. Gently, just let it down. Do not let go at this point. And you're going to squeeze your fingertips on that to bend this up. Right, that's ready for a weld. It's called the gusset. Right, at this point here, you're kind of finished. Need to tidy up. We're going to cut some corners off and stuff like that. There you go, one back gutter done. Remember your triangle of truth, that'll make sure that it fits. Don't forget you can dress it out after it's in situ. Got any questions or I've missed anything, hit me up in the comments, let me know, and I'll see you on the next one.